we are going to see a couple of players as well as we're kicking things off with game number 3, ladies and gentlemen. OUG's Mike picking up some gray dual blades right off the rip here. We're going to see him. Everyone getting their loot up, and oh my goodness, Kaibao already super low. Looks like the Thorny Roller might have already come into play here, as Wolves Kaibao is going to need to get away as fast as possible. No pots available for him to get any healing done, because he does not have a shield either, as FPX Jushi is going to get full control of this spot as DRG's Fang flipping over to the other side with the Thorny Roller. We are going to see Fang trying to scale around here. Is going to get hit. Unfortunate for him. We've seen the second time a Thorny Roller coming into play already today as Frostivus coming up on a WBG Spider for the first fight of the game here. Overholding here. We are going to see the Clank coming out. WBG Spider trying to get something off here. Frostivus coming through. Gets the one off with the dagger. We are going to see a lot of damage coming out from Frostivus here. Able to get the 1-2. Goes around. We are seeing the double charge is going to end up hitting Frostivus just a little bit here, cracking his shield just enough. Spider is going to be able to go back onto the back foot here. Oh my goodness, Frostivus with the 1-2, trying to go for the scale rush here, able to get a charge attack off, and WBG Spider, oh my goodness, is going to go down to Frostivus with the absolutely crazy bonk on the forehead there, taking Spider out for the first time in game number 3, as we're flipping over to Bamboo Esports. Roy Shishi, Kaibao, Jushi, and J-Team's Paste all very close in proximity to him here. So this could be an interesting fight if it starts to pop off. These players are taking their time right now. This is a little bit of a slower game than we've usually seen here. Mike looks like he wants to get a little bit active, but ends up dropping low as Paste is gonna end up circling around. Frostivus, just an absolute demon right now, trying to come up with all the kills, is gonna get the follow-up onto the charge attack. Kaibao is gonna end up coming around with the parry into the 1-2 here, but now Frostivus coming the other way with the parry of his own, able to get the uppercut into the swamp, but tease Chucks stealing the kill. Frostivus able to get the Soul Bloom here, giving himself the heals, is gonna end up getting a clank off, and I think we saw the Assassin's Lunge coming out from that dagger there. Frostivus switching back over to his own dagger, is gonna try and go for that charged LMB there, is going to end up missing, as we are going to see him getting the uppercut into the air from the charged attack. TE's Jux now in a hard position. We're going to see the tap dodge away from the charged RMB. Oh, Frostivus now getting Assassin's Lunge here, taking so much damage. Forced to pop that ultimate, is going to get the F skill as well, getting him back up into the air, and the fight of the daggers is on. It's who's going to overhold and who's going to get the parry first, and Frostivus rocks the Mortal Defiance here, is going to end up getting missed. Oh my goodness, this is so intense, ladies and gentlemen. T's Jux getting around, bringing the uppercut. Oh my goodness, Frostivus coming back around, the F getting popped. T's Jux, Clank coming out. They're both going to tap dodge away here. We're going to see him come out with the 1-2. Oh my goodness. F coming up from Frostivus now, switches over to the dual halberds, gets the 1-2 off, and just needs one more slash here. Is going to end up getting a full combo into it. Hit the uppercut from the first 2 slashes of that right. Is able to finally tap dodge around here, but the F1's going to come out, and the 1-2. Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen, Frostivus getting active. Oh my god.
Ace against Fog this time around. That was massive there from Frostivus. Does get 1 elimination stolen from him. Does have 2 on the board now. Pace on the hunt against Fong. Fong drops very low, and Fong, I believe in the start of the game, he already had a fan in hand, and he had a blue one, so that blue fan probably got parried. Pace does manage to catch up onto Pace, or onto Fong. RB connects there. Doesn't get the follow of RB though. Fong with a follow. 1, 2, 3 connects into the pistol shot as well, and Pace cleaning up Fong. Now Pace moving up to 5th place for 1 elimination, 40.1 points. What a showing there for Pace. Nice quick clean there, clean kill there from Pace. Frostivus once again against Arano this time around. Gold halberds in hand for Arano. Frostivus with that blue dagger this time around. Blue armor versus blue armor. RB makes there for Arano. Goes ahead for the parry, does not manage to get, so then he does catch the pro this time around to the 1-point for the halberds. That's big damage there. Gold halberds hurts. Just need ultimate invested. Frostivus is gonna respond with the ultimate as well. And the aerial LMB for Arano. And just the gold halberds there just does so much damage for him, especially early game with no first roam yang up. Being able to catch, being able to find a gold weapon. Oh, massive skillers to the RB focus there from Spider. Purple longsword in the hand there for Spider. Aerial LMB connects. Yuchi now gonna get ulted there to aerial LMB follow up there for Spider, and Juchi falls, and Spider with the V2 Justina to save 30%, gets the Soul Bloom, probably gonna save it for that first round. is in a very safe spot to make sure he can take that first roam and stay safe. I think he took it. Yeah, I believe he took it. He took it there. OUG's Mike, a little quieter this game. Does have one elimination, I should say. Never mind. One elimination currently for OUG's Mike. Blue Nunchucks in hand. Frostivus, though, showing up for game number 3 now. Starting to turn up. Got 1 kill stolen. Has 2 eliminations currently. First one, Yang spawning. Frostivus now in the mainland. It's been 3 regions that I've seen and casted this man. I had the pleasure to cast this man in 3 regions now, which is insane. Dominated in C. 1 more is final in an NA. Now in the mainland as a pro, showing up, and you know, it's just amazing to watch Frostivus going through regions and, you know, always being at the top 2 for sure, and C always dominated. I mean, it's just
after Frostivus is done with the NBPL, he needs to go move to EU and win a Shadow Jade Cup just to get all 4
conquer all regions.
Conquer all of the regions. Is the master of all of the land. As we're taking a look at WBG Spider, eliminated pretty early. The crazy outplay from Frostivus just coming in and absolutely blitzing down their opponent's health. Unfortunate for Frostivus, he did lose a lot of his momentum. It getting taken out pretty early into that fight there. From those, just the gold dual halbers, just extremely powerful. So difficult to defend against that. JDG's versus WBG Spider, and then we're going to see J-Team Pace playing against EWG on the other side, as we'll flip to that after this one's over. WBG Spider, always a great contender in these Realm of Yangs here, as we're going to see him clashing in the air, as we're going to see the pistol shots coming out. The double charge overhold isn't going to end up sending it out. We're going to see the Clank come out, trying to go into the fan follow-up here, as we're going to see Spider taking a lot of damage now, forced to get that ult out pretty early. We're going to see that freeze. First one's going to come out. JDG's verse now in a very good position here, and is going to take Spider out fairly fast. JDG's verse coming out really quickly here. EWG's Arano now in a bit of trouble. Does have that Justina ult active right now, as J-Team's PST already in the Feria mech here. Gonna try and see if they can take away some of that health. Arano, everyone just, they have the number down for fighting against a Feria in the Realm of Yang, especially on the 1v1s. They're able to avoid these shots. It's difficult for these Ferias to get much motion here, as we're seeing Arano now with a huge weapon advantage, just taking out all of PST's shield in 1 charge of their attack. He's able to bring him up and take him around a couple of times with that charged LMB there, as we are going to see a huge parry come out, and that's it. Oh my goodness, the F1 saving him here. Another parry, and PST just a little bit of a taste from his own medicine. His pace is going to end up going down. OUG's Mike getting a charge off onto Spider. This is going to be dangerous for him here. Spider does have that Yang depletion, as we're going to see the third party coming up from JDG's verse, griefing OUG's Mike stun here, as WBG Spider still with 1 charge left on the Justina. Going to try and get both of them here. He gets burst, but then we're going to see Mike able to come through with the double stun here. They are going to both get their souls back, as OUG's Mike getting the armor swap and trying to come in. Verse is going to be able to get a huge parry here, and Mike is going to go down super fast now, as he does have, it looks like he will be able to take a respawn. As we are flipping around now. Oh no, Mike has gone completely out now, as JDG's verse fighting WBG Spider. Spider needs to get a kill here, otherwise he is going to succumb to the Yang depletion. JDG's verse now trying to get this katana combo going off, as he does have a gold katana in hand. This could do a lot of damage. Trying to go for the overhold here. He's going to try and read that. Doesn't end up throwing it out. The 1-2 coming out from Spider now, but he's taking a lot of damage. TE's Jux with the purple longsword on that third party there. We are going to see a Feria mech coming out as well into the mix. TE's Jux sending him low again here, as Spider needs to get out of there fast. 1 sliver of health remaining, and JDG's burst with the Feria mech picking up a very nice kill. Still has 1 minute and 3 seconds as well left on that Vermilion's Wordmite with 5 kills on the board. This is JDG versus game, down below in the lower parts of the standings, but is now in 12th place in contention, is going to be now qualified for the finals if he keeps this up. But now Roy Shishi coming with an absolute crazy play on the Akos ultimate here. We are going to see him able to get another confirmed uppercut onto JDG's Verse with that golden staff, just dealing so much damage. They does have that one grab left. Is going to end up missing it. Verse is going to go down. Does have the Vermilion's Verdmite, though, as we're going to see. Oh my goodness, the F2 comes out, and it works very well for Roishishi in this situation here. Is going to get into a little bit of trouble. Nice. And JLAS is going to get the proc, but the terrain, oh my goodness, JLAS had him in the palm of his hand. It was end up missing there, as we're going to see the bonk coming out from JLAS, freezes him, and there we go. We're going to see Roishishi again. It's not the last of him. He does have that Vermilion's Birdbite, but oh my goodness, AS getting terrain grief, and Roishishi not being able to capitalize off of that did not come away with the victories. Arano with a crazy going for the Raw Dragon here. We're going to see Jux taking a lot of damage. We're going to see the F1 and the ultimates come out, but the last freeze getting invested here, as we're going to see Kaibao coming in with the Rampage Jade. Arano still able with a jumping LMB to be able to come away with the kill. Arano just backing, dodging, weaving, and ducking here, and getting a huge parry on a Kaibao. Oh my goodness. Dodge, dodge, parry. Huge riposte coming off of that, as well as Kaibao trying to come away with this kill. Is going to get the 1-2 jumping LMB off, and Arano now taking so much damage is going to just let him die, let himself die for that Vermilion's Birdmite.
Yeah, and we've seen the longsword having that nice lunge off the jump LMBs, being able to catch dodges, and we saw him just gravitate towards that play to pick up the elimination. That was super clean there. But now Kaibao, his first elimination of game number 3. Now it's a little bit wider on this area. Roshishi's still in the mix. That was a big scrap off Roshishi against Verse. Verse turning up game number 3. He needs that. He needs to be aggressive. He needs to pick up those eliminations, and we see there that he's hungry. He wants to be in that top 12. We are going to take a quick look at the first Roman Yang of game number 3. OUG's Mike against BBE's Roishishi. F2 called out. Mike is going to respond with an F as well. Nunchucks in hand for Mike. Roishishi with purple longsword. Pistol shot. Chip damage there from Mike. Oh, big credit for Roishishi. Gets the damage. Area LMB follow-up. Aqua's ultimate invested follow-up. Tesla ultimate there. I'm trying to play around this, but no, Roishishi does not respect the V2. Stun gets not come in play. Roishishi picks his elimination just in time, and Mike falls in our first Roman Yang, and Roishishi ready to take the second Roman Yang as well. Gold staff in hand going into that one. Kaibao with purple longsword as well, trying to get inside the second Roman Yang. We have to wait and see who's able to go inside. Roishishi and Kaibao, and both of these players are going to go at it currently right now. And J-Team and EWG, and the other half of the second Roman Yang, the PV Akos. Gold staff in hand for Roishishi. He can do some nice mix-ups there with the 2-1-1 off the staff, so we're gonna have to wait to see how he plays this out. Chip damage there for Roishishi onto Kaibao. Rampage connects, and look at the range off of that. F2 gets not come out there, and I believe it gets eaten up there. The F now ultimate invested there for Roishishi. Kaibao now is gonna go ahead and kite this out. He just has to run the timer for now. 57 seconds remain in this Roman Yang. Gets clipped off the second lunge. Roishishi not trying to play around this. Nice double tap dodge there for Kaibao. Scare rushes up, just playing it out. Now he's pretty much back to full health off that ultimate pop. Can't cancel it pretty soon. Roishishi is gonna get counter grapple there. Roishishi now gets cut off, but oh my god, grapple LMB. Kaibao now with a standard 1.0 from the Hong Sword. A pistol shot as well. Musket shot, aerial LMB. And we see that R&B aerial LMB off the pistol for the follow-up for these players. Now Kaibao, second eliminations game number 3. Gold staff this time around. Probably White Tiger buff here for himself as well, or Mystic Might. We have to wait and see which buff Kaibao takes. Arana did manage to lose that realm, and Yang is going to cleanse, I believe. Does have a soul bloom there, so he is going to cleanse and is going to stay safe. Now Arano, old longsword in hand. Didn't get to see the round, but Arana, 4 eliminations game number 3. I feel like we haven't really seen the elimination. Oh yeah, we did see the jump LMBs off the Raw Dragon too. That would have been clean if he would have picked the elimination off the Raw Dragon. Kaibao and AS this time around. Looks like Kaibao might want to get active here. He's gonna go ahead and pop the no ult zone. Yep, he is going to get aggro onto AS, and AS is just trying to kite this out. Justina V's a pain here with no ult. He is gonna manage to get out of the no ult zone. Kaibao with gold staff this time around. AS purple fan is going to just back up, does not want to engage anybody right now. Roishishi with 3 minutes and 20 and counting for that Yang depletion to take effect is going to have to try to get a soul bloom in that time frame. But now it's gonna get aggressed on by Pace this time around with 2 eliminations currently for game number 3, and Pace has been having a good night so far. 2 eliminations into game number 3. Make sure he picks up those eliminations. It's not the 5 that he had back-to-back in the mid games last game, but 2 eliminations. Good pacing here for Pace. Now trying to pick up this elimination onto Rashishi, just eating him away with that pistol. F2 called out for Rashishi. R&B, LB follow up off that. 1, 2, 3 gets parry there from Pace. Pace now can go ahead and try to respond off of this. Rashishi trying to catch the launch. Does not manage to do so, but does catch the V2. Pace now is gonna go ahead and knock down that V3 beacon. Does manage to get the uppercut. Does not go for the 2-1-1. Just goes in and trying to play the launch. The V2 misses for the second time around. Is gonna try to back up now with no armor. Skill rushing away with a quick skill rushes off of that Akko's ultimate. Trying to bait this lunge out, I believe. Does get caught off of this. F2 connects there for Rashishi. Does not get the uppercut. Got an uppercut off of that automatically. Pace trying to stay up here. Is going to go ahead and gets baited out that parry. F kind of to stay safe though. Now Pace, Gold Halberd trying to find an opening. Rashishi with no ult now. 21%. Getting that rage back pretty quickly though. Running that rage, I believe so. Rashishi now with it back towards the wall, trying to stay up. It looks like Pace still getting very aggressive here. Rashishi does manage to find a little bit of a safe spot. Does manage to pop 1 pot in. Pace though is going to respond with an R&B focus. Follow up LMB as well. And Pace takes out Rashishi. And that's 3 eliminations for Pace. And Pace is playing very, very well right now, Seb.
Very hungry indeed. And now the question is will Pace be able to survive to play in this later game, as we only have 5 players left? It could be very dangerous for Pace, being the only... Oh, no, there's 2 Farias left alive. We've got 2 Farias, 2 Justinas, and actually only 1 Ziping Ying will be in this final circle. So the hero that everyone's picking for the meta is going to end up being the hero that will be able to be singled out the most. As we're going to take a look at this replay of the Realm of Yang. PST is going to be fighting here, as we're going to see Pace going up against Arano with the gold longsword in hand. Is going to end up eating that 1.0 from Arano on the gold longsword. We are going to see the blue dual halberds putting in absolute crazy amounts of work here. No purple weapon in hand, is just going to go at them with the purple. Goes for the charge R&B here, as we're going to see the ultimates coming out. Arano dealing a lot of damage. The weaving, oh my goodness. And a huge parry coming up from Arano here. JT's PST, how is he ever going to turn this around? Comes back and around. Oh, we do see the... oh my goodness.
The soul slash finisher.
The soul slash finisher coming out from JT's Pace. Absolutely amazing.
Albert. That's my favorite weapon right now, the halberds. I love the halberds. Able to swap for the halberds to katana, go to uppercut if you want to go ahead and use the R&B to catch. So it has that mix up as well. The R&B focus on the halberds has that range, good damage as well, especially in the gold. We saw I think it was Arano with the gold halberd. It's just 1 R&B focus just takes out, I believe, 3 blocks of the purple armor alone. You have the LMB uppercut to the stationary 1.0 follow up as well. So it's very versatile, and the damage output is really, really good. The fan and Hung Sword as well, as well are really good weapons. The fan, I mean, we've seen it time and time again, the range on it and how fast the skill rushes. Verse does manage to get the gold armor here. Love taps from both players. Verse and Pace. Verse does get the gold armor once again. Random Bane starts spawning up. But yeah, the fan, very strong weapon ever since it came into the game. It's been played out. Before it was the dagger. Dagger's still being played out as well. The dagger has a different set of mix-ups, but still a very, very strong weapon. When I see katana out in the field, like we just saw with the soul slash, it catches me really off guard, because that weapon is known to, you know, be one of the weakest ones in the whole chart right now with all the other weapons in the game. And now, I mean, man, I don't want to speak about the katana right now. Katana combos are gone. If you guys know, you know, the katana combos are gone. So that's a topic for another day. But a new weapon we're starting to see in the field is the longsword being played out a lot more. The longsword, we see it being played out time and time again, and the jump LMB on that is very, very nice. You do have that lunge, and you're able to catch those tap dodges off that jump LMB. We see the stationary uppercut into the grapple uppercut, and then they go for 2 aerial LMBs for the bread and butter off the longsword. So that weapon alone, see it right here in Arano, has a gold longsword enhanced, choosing it over the gold halberds, probably for the distance. You have that tech chase game as well, where you're going up with those LMBs, trying to chase a player down. So the close gap distance with that weapon is very, very good off the longsword. Kai Bao though, both staff in hand. Trying to see what he can do here. This is a waiting game now, zone 4. Like Seb stated, only one Zaping left and 2 Farriers are out and 1 Justina, and this kind of caught me off guard because I thought being in a full lobby of Justinas and Zapings, those Farriers were going to be, you know, called out and focused a lot more, especially towards this end game. But now with that hero being the upper hand, you know, the situation has changed a lot with the Farriers being pretty much the majority rules of the heroes on the field right now. Oh no, there's 2 Justinas. Sorry, there's 2 Justinas. AS still in the mix as well. Sorry, AS. Do apologize. We see him there on the bottom side of the scoreboard on the Justina. Pace. Sweden is out. This is just a straight waiting game. Top 5 remain for game number 3. This is a mix up. The terrain here depends where it pulls. I can't say who's gonna take this game yet, Seb, but depending on where the end circle ends, you know, it could go to a Farrier for this time around once again.
Oh my goodness, the Bane coming out. Most of these players are going to be forced to rotate from the outside of that circle down through the Bane, or they're going to be forced to play in very close to each other if they're going to want to rotate into this next circle and try and get the footing for the next box. JLAS already going for it here, trying to scale around the outside to see if they could get a pick and just send some range shots off onto Arano. EWG's Arano playing on the last bit of terrain that is going to be there in the building. We are going to see these players cling on to whatever protection they've got for as long as they can before they're going to try and rotate and engage onto these players. They don't want to engage into a fight right now if they don't have to. Since there is 5 people left, every single decision they make from now on is going to be completely crucial. Every decision could be the one that makes you either win or lose this game. JLAS and EWG's Aranu on the one side of the Bane, and on the other side we've got the rest of these players paced. We've got Verse and we've got Kaibao holding this section by this market area here, as we're going to see Wolves Kaibao gonna end up trying to scale here as the circle 5 closing into circle number 6. These players need to get down there fast. J Team's PSG just making a quick run for it, able to try and find some shelter, but JL's AS getting up close to them here, as well as EWG's Arano is going to try and jump in onto the side here. He's able to pick up Arano in the Merciless Havoc here, as we are going to see him get hit with a bunch of these. Arano now lost all of his health, and oh my goodness, JL's AS getting a little bit too close for comfort there. They are going to both just take this healing pot. They do not want to get hit by J Team's Paste, as if they do, they are going to get sent out into the storm. It's going to be very difficult for them to make it back into this game. Creatives, I gotta ask you. We got to do a few predictions here. Who are you seeing winning this game right now?
Potentially Pace has that Merciless Havoc, can't control a lot of the end circle right now with that Merciless. I mean, oh, that Jade, especially in these end circles, is very, very good. Moving on in, you can control the whole area, and nobody really wants to press you if you have that Merciless just flying on out. And Pace right now with 3 eliminations, you know, playing very well throughout the whole day currently so far. 3 eliminations once again for game number 3. Arano has that halberds, and I think he also has a gold longsword. Not sure if he has any good J's to run with those 2 weapons so far. But, you know, off the momentum with 4 eliminations, he is spilling himself as well. So does have that potential as well to be taking this game home as well for himself. But definitely looking at Pace with that area control off this Merciless. And here it is. He's just going to bait that parry out. Rondo chops very, very low off of that. Forced to pop that F now. Going to be forced to pop the ultimate as well. Pace now going to get clipped off of this. The Merciless Savage connects onto Arano. Look at all the players trying to aim at this. Who's going to be able to take the last shot? Arano still has 1 more dash left off of that V2. He's going to clip off of this. Nope. Has that last dash. Does try to cut noise. Oh, weaves around that. Clicks off this light against Verse this time. It's going to be Verse with a nice elimination here. That's 3 on the board for himself. Arano's going to fall, and Pace now controlling this area once again. Just has to bait these parries out. He can wait as much as he wants once he's on the pogo there. Pace be able to F out of this. Does get caught up. It's going to throw down the V3 beacon just to stay safe. He's going to play around it as well. He can pop. Oh no, R&B focus on the backside from AS. He's going to be forced to go inside his mech. Burst playing it very quiet here. Burst playing the silent game. Make sure you can try to get a nice third-party kill whenever somebody drops low. V2 connects there from AS onto Pace, and Pace is going to drop very low off of this. Now has to force to try to take a full reset for himself. Gonna go ahead and lay down a missile F pop there for AS. Kai Bao on the backside as well, not really doing a lot of noise and burst, trying to get back to full health. Gets hit off a little bit of a splash damage, but Kai Bao now moving on in. Pace is gonna fly up high. AS does get clipped off that missile. That's the big damage as well. And Burst sees it as well. RB focus connects there for Pace, and the damage is there. And Pace picks up another one on the board. Gets parried this time around against Burst. F caught in for Pace. Does not go for the weapon. Goes for the Soul Bloom instead. Now, gonna go ahead and swap on over to the Gold Halberds. The Gold Stab gets picked up by Kai Bao. Oh no, it does get picked up by Pace. Once again, Merciless Havoc in hand for Pace for the second time around. Now Burst and Kai Bao all looking at Pace. They know that ultimate is not online for him, so these players are going to try to get aggressive onto Pace right now. Nearly getting that ultimate pretty bad, almost back. Gets caught up by Kai Bao. Kai Bao's gonna get the damage there from the Merciless Havoc, and Burst now might want to move on in. Kai Bao's gonna be forced to pop that Zaping ultimate. Burst might change attentions here. Nope, he's still focusing Pace, and Pace is very close to get this ultimate. Burst pretty sure he knows this pretty soon. Kai Bao pretty much back to full health as well. Did pop that Zaping ultimate. F caught in for Burst, I believe. Kai Bao and Burst both playing the high ground. This is the area control I was talking about. These players are not trying to get close to this Merciless Havoc. It looks like Kai Bao is gonna get hit off of this. Gets sent inside the zone. Musket shot connects as well. R&B focus is notified by that app. R&B LB does not connect. The V3 called in. It looks like Pace is gonna go ahead and mech up in there. Kai Bao drops very low, and the ultimate is still online for Burst with 6 eliminations, I believe. And Kai Bao letting loose that R&B focus. Burst now forming on up. Kai Bao forced to pop the ultimate once again. Jump LMB does not connect. Gets hit off the first missile. The shots are in now. Kai Bao might be in big trouble. He's trying to stay alive, fighting for his life. This is going to fall to the Gooba Stomp, and that's 7 eliminations there for Burst, and that's a massive game. And Burst, I believe, is in around 9th place now. He was in 13th, moving on in, and now with a massive game, and this is all it takes is one massive game to jump up on the scoreboard, and we'll see it here with Burst.